Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, welcome to our edition of Texas. Alright, we got what's going on today. Just picking up the last load of straw here. And, oops, I didn't want to do that. Just pick up the last load of straw here, and as you can see we have $28,000, and that is actually just from the straw, believe it or not. I thought that was pretty ridiculous. Oh, don't look. Is it going to go down? Oops, that was definitely the wrong button. I was trying to abort loading. Oh well. It shouldn't be too difficult. Anyways, yeah, so I picked up the last load there. This was supposed to be the last load, and it was supposed to be as simple as just picking them up, but obviously I screwed up somewhere, so maybe we'll do it when I'm not sitting there. Oh, well, cool. I'll let that do that then. Okay, so I fixed this problem right here. I'll tell you what the problem was. It's a really easy fix, actually. The trigger for the straw was not here. It was up there. So that's the reason why. If you try to drop some straw off here, the only way it would have worked is if you had a bale on the front end loader or something. But anyways, I just dropped it down, made it a bit bigger, and now it's just ready to go. So as you can see, here we go. It has the trigger. If you look down the bottom right-hand corner there, it'll have the trigger for the straw. And check this thing out. This thing is actually really cool. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Anyways, there you go. That's how that works. It's just a quick, easy little fix to get that working again. Oh, that's weird. They have it so you do a little UE here. That's a quick, easy little fix. That's what I figured it was. Usually that tends to happen a lot. People either misplace the trigger like somewhere else, or they don't drop it down for whatever reason, stuff like that. It's usually simple things. Anyways, our cows have a little bit of straw now, which is excellent. However, they don't have any mixed rations or any silage or anything like that, so we're gonna have to deal with that. Let's lower this guy here. It's such a smooth action to drop that thing. That's awesome. Anyways, let's check on this guy. How's he doing? Is he still loading bales? Well, he will be. If we leave that there, he'll just pick them up still. Alright, so let's grab one of these bales. I don't know why, but I haven't done much front loading. So everything seems so much more difficult right now than it should be. I know there actually are some mods out there. Really? I know there are some mods out there that actually... sorry, that's me concentrating. That actually fix which direction. If you move it up or down, it moves in the correct direction. I know TCTG Rob really hates how it was reversed in this game, as opposed to it being the way it's supposed to be like in real life, because he does a little bit of real farming, of course. I don't know if that's actually going to be. Let's just poke that a little bit, and hopefully it drops a little bit. There we go. That's better. Awesome. Let's go give our cows one more load of straw, and hopefully they will be good to go for a little bit. I don't imagine they wouldn't be, but I'll need to bring a weight over here eventually as well, because this thing really needs a weight if it's going to move any of the, well, silage specifically I know is super, super heavy. That's going to create a problem if I don't have a weight on the front end of this. Do we have a little bit of silage there? Is that what that looks like? Wood chips? Apparently we have some wood chips. Wood chips are worth a lot. I don't know why I didn't go out of my way to sell those too. Ah, well. Oh, that was weird. Maybe it was just a... oops. I just noticed a little different... let's just see if I can... must have just been when, that looks so cool. Make sure we get all the straw in there where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I thought it was a easy fix, and it actually was in the end. No, I thought I saw a different icon in the bottom right-hand corner. That's why I was kind of curious about it. Well, if Upside Down actually made a mod that can evaluate what straw or how straw stays I wonder if you could do the same for machinery and stuff like that. That'd be kind of interesting. Like as a way of encouraging you to store your equipment inside. I'm going to see if I can't grab one more bale. I'm just going to stick it outside the... I'm going to stick it outside the shed. And I'm just kind of curious to see whether or not it will deteriorate over time. Alright, so let's drop that down there. And let's put the parking brake on. Let's lower that as well. That's really slick, wow. Alright, so this guy has 12.96 humidity, and it's still A+ quality, which is excellent. So what I'm going to do is, just for testing purposes only, I'm going to... no, I'm not going to do any withering off. This is for testing purposes. I just want to show you how this mod kind of works. So as you can see how the moisture changes there a little bit, and then you can see the quality of the mod, or the quality of the, why do I keep calling the mod? The quality of the bale slowly changes, and also as you can see, the actual look of the bale changes a little bit too. See how the moisture is going down a little bit, and then it dries out a little bit. It's still A+ for the time being, which is good for us. Let's just check these ones. Yes, they all seem to be A+ still. Now let's just see what happens if we go, maybe we'll get some, oops. So it's still good, and, oh, humidity's up. Okay, so now it's cloudy outside. Now this might change the humidity, so it's 15% humidity. So if I were to bale when it was cloudy, the humidity of these bales would be higher, which is kind of interesting. So it changes. I just want to see if I can get some... No, it's still A+. There's no rain. Is there any rain on the forecast? No, not for another 5 days. But as you can see, it changes. So this, if I left this out in the rain, the quality would actually go down. These ones over here should be fine still. I think this is a bug with this mod. I don't know, but maybe it's because it has to read the information. But when I get close to them, see how the bales are all moving? I think that's definitely due to this mod. I don't remember them doing that before. Anyways. Let's pick up the rest of these bales here. These ones are all out here too. Whoops. Alright, let's grab these ones and then we'll get started on seeding the rest of the field, although I'm pretty sure part of it's already... Actually, maybe it won't be. Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I have the night growth mod on now too, if you remember that one. And that will change the night growth, how long it takes for the mods to actually mature. So that in this case it'll take, I think it's 4 days I have it set to at the moment. So it gives you more time to work with your animals and whatnot. And we have this little place right here. A nice little place of grass. We may be able to use that to our advantage as well. Let's turn the table up first. Let's begin this guy. And let's raise that up here. And move this out of our way. There we go. Hop back into this guy and back this up. Should be fine here. I'm surprised this is tall enough. I wish it were a bit taller to make me feel a bit better, but... There we go. That should be good. Yeah, I don't know if it's collidable or not. Doesn't appear to be, but we'll see. Alright, so we have this area here. Let's see if we can't get a couple mowers. That's 13, so we need a 60 grand for both of these. Because I really don't feel like doing this. It's not fun. I don't really want to do that. 60 grand. Yikes. $60 grand. Did we actually borrow that? Not quite. Not quite. Not yet. Alright, so I guess we got this guy seeding then. Because we can't really afford 60 grand at this big time. Looks like there's a building here. There's like a big spot with nothing in it. Anyways. Alright, so let's continue seeding with this guy then. And then we'll see how things go. I think what I'll do is... let's do this. So because we have, of course, the Courseplay, installed. Let me just set up a little course here. Let's just see if this works. I'm not sure because this is a development version of Courseplay, so a lot of these things I would normally do with Courseplay don't work the same anymore. And the seeds are behind there. Oh no, they're right there. So let's take a nice little wide turn here. Take a little turn. And we'll pass by the fuel. Perfect. And we'll pass by the seeds. Excellent. And then we'll take a little turn around here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm recording a course that will refill the seeder once it is done. Now, the interesting part is because I'm going to be using Courseplay for this particular situation because I'm curious as to where this is going to work. Call it testing. What should happen at least is it should actually just go straight here, doesn't make a difference. And we'll just stop right here and we'll call this F11 refill. Perfect. Alright. And we'll just clear that course. Let's go grab the seeder. So what that should do is it should refill the seeds after it's done. So if I calculate the field width here, and we'll call this field 11. Overwrite field 11, yes. And if I set it up so it is fertilizing and seeding, let's grab the seeder here. Let's just see if this is going to function properly. There we go. So we're in fertilizing and seeding mode. Let's double check that. Yes, that's fertilizing and seeding. They didn't change anything there. Good. I want to start in the... that's interesting. They made a box around the implement now, which is kind of interesting. We want to use field 11. We want to start in the northwest corner. And we want to... What's the best way to do this? Looks like a square. Let's go east-west. Heading east. Return to first point. Yes. Headland. Doesn't matter. And generate the course. And then if I add the refill course like so, bing, bang, boom, should be done. And what that should do, theoretically of course, is it should be able to seed this, and once it's run out of seeds, it should go back and refill them, technically. So let's just see if it will do that, because I'm kind of curious. You know what I should do before I let this guy go off? Let's just save the game, you know, just for safety's sake and whatnot. Let's just see if it does that. It should. I don't know why it wouldn't. So far, this particular version, I think this is 2.30, seems to be fairly solid for the time being. The reasons why you save your game, of course, is because it doesn't always work as well as you would like. Actually, you know what we can do? Where is my... this guy. Reset. Yes. And let's hop into this guy. Don't need the... keep the forks on. And let's go grab the fertilizer and fertilize. Doesn't make a difference when you fertilize at this particular time. It will once the soil mod comes out. I was checking in the work in progress section forum of FSUK, and in that particular section, Decker, the guy who works with this soil mod, said he's not going to really start working on it until the Giants releases their documentation, which is totally understandable. Basically, he's shooting in the dark right now. Or he would be shooting in the dark until they release the documentation. As far as I know, or as far as history has told us, it won't be released until February, I think, was the date that was suggested. So, has that guy turned around? Yes, he has. And he's using the ridge markers. He's going to miss a little bit at the ends there. That's a bit annoying. The ridge markers, like you said, to automatic or not use it at all, doesn't make a difference. It's fun to watch. Yeah, so usually they release the documentation in February, as far as I know. Not an expert on that. That's just what I've heard from hearsay and whatnot. What if you can raise and lower these? No, it doesn't do anything. Just curious. Someone was asking me how to bring that controls menu up or close it. It's just F1. We'll open it and close it. That's all. Nothing too fancy. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. And let's grab that again. Is it on the wrong side? Yes, I'm totally on the wrong side. Wasn't even paying attention. Helps when you pay attention, Ian. Alright, so let's grab this guy right here. Like so. And I don't think there's a horsepower requirement with this. No, I didn't think so. At least it goes well with our John Deere tractor here. There we go. Raise those up a little bit. 24-meter width. It's not terrible. Oops. Let's go right here. Oh, really? Oh, it's because I wasn't on it. How's this guy doing? He's doing well. So the interesting part will be, because I have to actually pay Courseplay guys now, which is kind of cool actually, I like it. And I'll have to buy the seeds. It actually makes it not free. I know Sako Galaz, for example, he was really annoyed, well, not annoyed, really annoyed, but he always mentioned the fact that he doesn't like how it is free, which is totally true. It definitely was not free. But now it's not free. Before it was, now it's not, so you can do whatever you want to do. Also, see that? It shows that there's a Courseplay guy on the field. I think it's kind of cool. So because that came with the standard in-game, with the actual game itself, in terms of, let's lower our forks here a little bit. And apparently you're supposed to travel with your forks pointed down. I've been told before. Alright, let's unfold this guy right here. 24 meters. Is that set right up? 24.9. Let's set it to 23.7, sure. Awesome. Cool. So the one downfall of using something like this is the fact that the ends are collidable, which is good and bad. But for example, with that tractor there, I'm gonna get in its way really a lot. I really should have started from the other end. But I'll probably be ahead of that tractor in no time, assuming I don't run into it. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do a pass here, then go to the other end. I really do like this graphic though, this particle effect they added to these things. It looks really nifty. Amazon. Actually, I haven't seen too many Amazones in North America. I know there are some John Deere dealers that, well, I know of one John Deere dealer that actually carries Amazones, and I haven't got a chance to actually go up to check it out. But I will at some point, I'm sure. Is that thing actually moving? It looks like it actually is. That's pretty sweet. So the difference here is I can only do 10 kilometers an hour, and that guy can do, I think he can do 20 kilometers an hour. So that's the difference. Again, you could actually do this with Courseplay too if you really wanted to. But then if I did that, there would be nothing else for me to do. C'est la vie, right? Alright. Nice. Well, that's pretty sweet. Huh. Maybe it is 23.9. Guess I didn't really need to do it that way. So apparently I'm going over by 0.3 meters. I really shouldn't have wasted that last little bit over there, but it's too late now. I've made the mistake. And let's set it up so it stops at the end here. Now it should be interesting to see how this stops with the GPS mod now. Oh, it's just going to do that. Okay, I wasn't sure. Alright, let's go to the other end here so we're not in the other tractor's way. Yeah. The turning circle on that Massey Ferguson's not very good. As you can see by how much it's missing at the ends. Am I that worried about it? Not really. But it is something to keep in mind. Alright, let's see. How's this last little pass going to be? Ugh, I hate when this happens. Alright, let's just adjust this a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Alright, I was actually reading a really interesting article the other day in the Farmers Forum about a farmer who, what did he do? he lived a really full life, and I tend to read about these types of articles quite a lot in the Farmers Forum. Like, you know, basically, you know, somebody died and he led a really cool life. Anyways, this guy always liked to laugh, and because he always liked to laugh, he actually planned his own funeral in order to ensure that people around him were having a good time and enjoying themselves, as opposed to not enjoying themselves. So I thought that was kind of funny, actually. So what he actually did is he made his funeral an open bar, and so open bar, for those people who don't know, basically means alcohol was free. For anybody who may not know. Anyways, so he did that, and he also had a four-man band there as well. And apparently, everyone who was there, like in the commentary in the actual article itself, the person who talked about it basically said he looked around and everyone was smiling, which is basically what the guy wanted in the end. Kind of a sad story, because, you know, it's always sucks when somebody cool like that dies, but you can't outrun time, right? It just kind of it happens. Enjoy your youth, I suppose. It's funny. What usually happens for a lot of people is when they're old, they wish they were young, and when they're young, they wish they were old. Usually, not always, but it tends to happen. Alright, let's get this letter pass here. It looks like the hard worker was actually doing a better job than Courseplay is. That's funny. It's mostly just due to the fact that the actual size of the tractor and the size of the seeder. I don't think we have any. So the next seeder up is basically this one, which is always makes me laugh. You go from this, so you go from like 6 meters to 15 meters, or no, that's only 9 meters. Oh wow. Okay, never mind. Actually, I do have. Let's just check. I do have one other one. Where is it? Seeding machines, sowers. I have this guy right here, which we actually could use, which is 9 meters, and it's direct tail. This is from the old. This is from 2013, basically. It plants potatoes, which is totally unrealistic, but what can you do? All right, nice. Yeah. Anyways, kind of a cool little. Well, I can't say it's completely cool, but it was just one of those stories that kind of makes you think, huh? That's all I got. Anyways. And there was a couple other interesting articles in there too, actually. There was another nice article in there that I was reading about a family who adopted a child who... Oof, thought I crashed the game there for a second. As a family who adopted a child who really wanted to be on a farm, basically. And, you know, in one of those bad situations where somebody was, you know, in a bad family originally and the parents didn't look after the kid, sort of thing. So... the kid really liked farms, I guess, and he really wanted to be on a farm. So this family, you can adjust the turning circle on here if you can. So this family wanted to help out by. They wanted to help out by. Where is it? They wanted to help out by adopting the kid, basically. So turning circle auto. See if we can't make it a bit smaller. Anyways, so they tried to help out by adopting the kid. So it was kind of a cool little story. Oh, they actually added that for this? That's kind of cool. That feature right there. This one is really, really, really nice, because when you get implements that have two separate parts, like for example an air seeder, where you have the front part has the seeds and the back part has the fertilizer in it. Sometimes what happens is you can set it so it refills at to a certain point, which is pretty cool. I'm surprised this is actually in this particular section. Now, we set the turning circle a little bit smaller, so let's see what happens. I set it to 5 meters here. So, let's see what happens. Does seem to make a difference. Is there a lot of overlap there? Just looks like a lot. Just looks like a lot. Well. Yeah, so going back to that other story, kind of a cool little situation. Kid wanted to live on a farm, and these people basically adopted him because they knew they had the capability of having a kid there, basically. So always a good story when you find out someone goes somewhere where they want to be sort of idea. On a lighter note, Christmas is around the corner. Totally changing the subject on that one. Jeez. I'm sorry, those stories are probably not the best stories to talk about, but it just came up in my mind where I was thinking about it. Farmers Forum, which is an Eastern Ontario newspaper, essentially, has a variety of things in there. Like, one of the stories I talked about was a farmer who upgraded his barn with tie stall automatic milkers, which was kind of interesting. Something you don't see very often, because usually they don't use tie stalls and automatic milkers, or robotic milkers, I should say, but this one actually did, which I thought was kind of cool. Anyways, I shan't bore you any longer, I should say, or I shan't keep you any longer, because it's getting a little late here too. So I will say adieu, which is goodbye, of course, and I'll talk to you guys later. My name is Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2015, coming at you from Texas. Catch you guys later.